A huge decision in the fight between the state and the cities and towns that are being required to allow for more apartments and condos.
The Supreme Judicial Court says the state can, in fact, force this change, but it isn't a total victory. WBZ's Tiffany Chan is live in Milton, where the battle started. And Tiffany, it sounds like people there are still divided on this.
Lisa, David, a lot of mixed opinions when it comes to the MBTA Communities Act here. It was basically the state's way in easing the housing crisis here in Massachusetts, and the state's highest court says no community, not even Milton, is exempt from that.
I think it's a good decision for Milton.
Tom Callahan has lived in Milton for 3 decades. He's celebrating after the state's highest court ruled that Milton cannot be exempt from the MBTA Communities Act, a controversial law aimed at boosting affordable housing near public transportation.
We have argued for a long time that Milton needs to do its part in the regional housing crisis. We have a housing crisis here in Milton. Milton residents can't afford to stay here, can't afford to buy here, rent here.
It's a heated issue that divided the town of Milton. Another resident argued if the goal is to make public transit more accessible,
it's very difficult to get down these stairs.
The Valley Road stop is not a great example of that.
She can't just mandate what areas could be zoned until they assess what areas could housing that would also allow a person with any disabilities access to the MBTA.
Voters here rejected the housing plan last February, prompting the Attorney General to sue the town. She's calling the SJC's decision a major victory.
It also marks a major step in our work to address not only the rising cost of housing, but all things related to affordability, which is the #1 issue affecting residents here in Massachusetts.
While the ruling says the MBTA Communities Act is constitutional, the guidelines to enforce the law should have included the public's input.
That was the key issue with the law. You know, you can write a law, but you have to have regulations.
Supporters of the law say this is the clarity cities and towns needed to move forward.
Milton was not unique in that we, like 177 other communities, will have to comply with the state law.
Governor Maura Healey also applauding the SJC's recent decision. She's saying that her office will be filing emergency regulations to comply with that decision, and a part of that will include the public's opinion here. Live in Milton, I'm Tiffany Chan, WBZ News.